Matt Gastler with the lovely crowd.
Growing up with a family that was completely crazy for Cardinal baseball, it was just a matter of time before it got to me. Baseball is one of America's best and most famous sports. That's why it earns the name America's national pastime. The Cardinals have also been known to be one of the best teams in history. They've won the second most World Series titles, 11, behind the Yankees with 27. 2011 was one of the most memorable years and unbelievable playoff runs in history. For most teams, 2011 was just another year for them, but if you ask any fan or player, I bet every answer would be the most exciting thing was the World Series. As the rankings for the baseball teams for 2011 started coming out in early spring, the Cardinals found themselves in the top spot for the pitching rotation. Led by ace Adam Wainwright, the Cardinals looked for a huge push for a World Series ring. Early in the spring training camps, the Cardinals got the news that deadened all their hope. People started counting them out before it even started. The Cardinals were informed Wainwright would miss the entire 2011 campaign and have to undergo Tommy John elbow surgery. The organization didn't quit. They knew a ring would have to be fought for a little harder. Opening day of the regular season started the nightmare the fans worried about. As pitching blew games, they didn't score runs, and it didn't just stop there. The Cardinals continued the nightmare all the way into June and July. As the MLB trade deadline approached the Cardinals, they quickly knew they had to have some help. General Manager John Mozeliak took full advantage of his chances. He brought in 3 new pitchers and 2 new everyday players, which one was a 2-time All-Star Rafael Furcal. Right away, those guys impacted the team tremendously, helping the Cardinals pull off the wild card spot in the final game of the regular season. The Cardinals winning the final 7 series of the season, they were red hot entering the playoffs. Being the underdogs going in, the Cardinals had to play the best 3 teams in the majors, starting with the Phillies, who had won 103 games in the regular season. Things started falling in place. The pitching was phenomenal, the bullpen closed the games, and their offense produced runs. The first step was the Phillies in the National League Division Series. The first game didn't go as planned, as the Cardinals dropped the first game. Game 2, they played their game and pulled it off. Split the next 2, and it ended Game 5 with a pitcher's duel going the Cardinals' way, sending them to play division rivals Milwaukee Brewers. The Cardinals continued to play good baseball, rolling into Milwaukee. Again, they lost the first game of the series, but didn't let it bring them down, and beat the Brewers out in Game 6 of the series. That's when the Cardinals entered what might possibly be the best World Series in the history of baseball. Their opponent was the Texas Rangers, returning to the series for the 2nd year in a row. From the first play of the game, you knew it was going to be a really tough and competitive series. Going into Game 6, the Cardinals were facing elimination. Everything they had accomplished, all the unbelievable comebacks they had, were about to be a waste. David Freese stood at the plate in the bottom of the 9th, 3-2 count with tying runs on base. Freese connected and sent a game-tying triple to the wall in right field. The crowd couldn't believe it when Rangers' Josh Hamilton cranked a 2-run homer to put them up again. Yet again, veteran Lance Berkman refused to go home and smoked a single to tie the game. Soon to be World Series MVP, David Freese came up and smacked a game-winning home run. Game 7, the Cardinals got down early, but got them back right away, and never looked back to finally complete the unbelievable year they had. 2011 will be a year a Cardinals or Rangers fan will never forget. The Cardinals faced some of the most unbelievable challenge comebacks and beat the 3 best teams in the MLB.